Newton Aycliffe near Sunderland was meant to be the future. Founded in 1947, it's a new town, a beacon for the bright new world planned after World War II. So it's only fitting that lurking on the edge of town is a car that was once cutting edge too, when it was built almost 80 years ago.
The chassis of the Vauxhall Bedford 1200 weight.
This strange vehicle used to belong to Alan Nevison's dad.
Electric car. Built in 1946 by Colonel Austin Graves Bates, and he was chairman of Cunard. Hand-built 1946 open tourer. It was just for the petrol ration, and he just had it in mind to build something that he could drive. I inherited it from my dad, who passed away. He bought it in an auction in Scotland 27 years ago.
Alan knows some of the fascinating basics, starting with the bodywork.
The aluminium panels are from a crashed RAF plane. The Colonel had access to it. It's built on wood, and then the aluminium panels. Like the work on the door, he's cut that out to make the shape to fit the... That's the bit I like best. The workmanship, the thought that's gone into it.
You might think that electric cars are a today thing, but they've actually been around since the dawn of motoring. The first British production model, the Enfield 8000, was built on the Isle of Wight in the early 70s. Performance wasn't stellar, with a range of just 15 miles on a cold day. It's not surprising when a third of its ton weight was batteries. The Enfield and its variants cost the same as a 3-litre Capri. No wonder it was soon consigned to the motoring graveyard. Back in a container in the northeast of England, there's no sign of an instruction book.
This is all electrical part. Personally, I haven't got a clue. What will that be? A motor? You can charge it from the mains or through the generator.
So how long roughly would it take you to charge it up?
I've got no idea, to be honest. Yeah, because there's 12 batteries, 2 bunks of 6.
It's no better when Alan's starter for 10 is starting this revolutionary vehicle.
There's no key.
So we haven't even got a key?
There's no key. I haven't got a clue how it works. No idea. It has to be used. I don't want to give it away for, like, daft money, but I think maybe around 5,000. It needs someone who's interested. It was a short ass like me, I can get in and out.
The showroom offers something for everyone, no matter how deep your pockets or how off the wall your interest might be.
People always wave and beep at us in the classic cars. People like to see them on the road.
There's a couple of Fiat Spiders, a couple of MGs I've just seen, and we might take a punt on a Mercedes as well.
Modern cars are just a bit boring.
And I've got my eye on all the Porsches.
Straighten up there.
The latest newcomer, Alan Nevison's electric tourer, a real one-off from the 1940s, needs a helping hand to take its allotted place among the curiosities.
Luckily, it rolls all right. We have got a mongrel. It's probably the best way to put it. It's a home-built body based on a Vauxhall Bedford chassis. Put a great big electric motor in there. I believe that was from a forklift onto, somebody said, a BMW gearbox. And a dozen batteries under the floor at the back. Well, I think that's just great, isn't it? Electric car, 30, 35 miles an hour, I think he said it would do. Brilliant, brilliant. How do you value it? You know, where is it going to go? It's a one-off, so who wants one? The vendor has his own value in mind. I personally think he's probably doubled what it should be. My gut feeling's maybe a couple of grand. He might be right, I might be wrong.
And Derek too has reservations about this motoring curio.
I can't really imagine a real old car man buying it. I just can't see it. There is going to be someone come out of the woodwork, let's face it. You know, we're full of odd bods, any industry, and especially this one. And there'll be a few odd bods out there we haven't met yet. But we're going to when this sells, because he's going to be an odd fella, no question about that. But I can't help thinking it shouts £3,000 to me. He's had his eye on it for a few days now, and he wants a dummy like him to be buying it, to be perfectly honest. Sorry, fella. Here we have now, this it's the 1946 Bedford 12 electric car. Now, how about that? And people out there think, I'm driving an electric car, you know. Nothing's new. Electric cars have been going for years, been going since early part of the 20th century. Very rare bit of kit. No one knows what it's worth, especially me. You all know more than me, I'm sure. Is it worth 2,000, 2,000, we're away, 2,000, 2,250, 2,500. Great fun, this one, 2,500. You'll be completely green by the time you bought this one. 2,500, covered in mildew. 2,500 only, we can't do it, we need more. Really would have thought this would have caused a lot more interest. Is that it then, 2,500? We can't do that one, we've got more on the sheet, 2,500.
Derek tried, but owner Alan Nevison was hoping for a bit more.
There we are, so 1946 electric car. There we are, 500 and away. It's a start. They want more, obviously.
2 months later, it was Dave's turn to have a go.
At £550 bid. At £600 we've got. At £700 and 50, 750.
With the price of batteries, they're way into this.
£800 bid. £800 we've got. No point in buying a Tesla. We've got one here already. £800. Obviously provisional, but thank you for your bids.
Perhaps Alan should have listened to Derek, but he agrees to let his dad's pride and joy go for £800. It's got a new home on the south coast.
Get a roll in and I'll steer a bit more. Go on.
But the electric car is on the move to a new owner.
Ready? Right, push. Quite cool, isn't it?
And with every sale comes a farewell from Derek. Some fonder than others.
Yeah, well, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? And so someone obviously feels it's attractive and interesting. Maybe they bought it for the number plate and just a bit of fun, perhaps.
What's its range, Dave?
About to the trailer. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a bit further.
I personally can't see the point in it at all, not one iota, but somebody has, so that's good. So as long as someone's happy with it, we're happy. Hope he's seen it.